So, welcome everybody. Now we do our half an hour's meditation, which is the best part of the evening, I always think. A time to really relax the mind, relax the body, and have some experience of peace and calm. So, I'd encourage you, there's still some more people coming in, even though it's 3 minutes past the beginning time of half past. Don't worry about more people coming, there's plenty of space. But of course, the best seats in the house always go at 7:30. You know where the best seats of the house are? Here. But these are only for bald-headed, brown-robed monks or nuns. So anyway, let's get started. So please close the eyes. And with the eyes closed, we do this because, number one, we're not so disturbed by people coming in or by any other visual input. And number two, it gives us the opportunity to pay more focus on more refined things than sight. And in particular, to be able to feel the body. Especially when you do long meditations, it's really important to make sure that your body is comfortable. And to be able to do that, it does need a lot of mindfulness and understanding how your body works. Every time you start these meditations, you should be able to become more sensitive to your body, knowing how it works and how to keep it reasonably comfortable, so you don't get aches and pains when you meditate. So first of all, I like to become aware of the feelings in my feet. And I do that because it's a start, and it's not such an important part of my body. So I can start there and build up the awareness and the associated kindness, see its results, and it encourages me, so when I get further up my body, the mindfulness is strong and effective. It can relax everything. So I start from my feet, and literally I relax them to the max. And you can create the feeling. Whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter, because how you perceive it, that almost comes like your reality, and it's a positive reality. It helps everything start to relax, you get some peace and some freedom from the aches and pains of the body, freedom from the busyness of life. So I'm now relaxing my feet, and I can experience the feelings in those feet, both of them. And if they're not positioned properly, I will move them. Now my feet feel really in a really good position. And I go up the feet to the ankles and to the legs, the lower legs. You soon learn how to relax. So with my lower legs, just learning how to let go. What is that let go? That particular type of feeling, or action if you like. It's like a non-action, it's letting things go, which makes my lower legs relax more. It's like automatically you tense up parts of the body. And when you're meditating, you untense them. I always have an image, especially when I relax my shoulders, of like an invisible being pulling the muscles at each end, stretching them, and then calmly asking those invisible beings to let go. So the muscles all over my body can just have no pressure on them. nothing stretching them. They all become really nice and loose and easy, and it feels that way. It's the same when I get up from my lower legs to my knees. Many times people have joint pains, especially when they get old. Sometimes they call it arthritis, I don't know what they call it, but I can experience the feelings in my knees. And it's an act of kindness to relax them. It's like they don't feel afraid, so they don't tense up. They know they're with a good friend, so they can just be. When you add kindness, this is not just some new age talk, it's real. You can feel that kindness. You're giving it to parts of your own body. And you know it's working because the mindfulness does give you the feedback. And I feel my knees just kind of, I don't know if it's the right word, opening up, relaxing, easing off. There's no tightness anywhere, no stretching or squashing anywhere. Sometimes I imagine it's like they've been soaked in this beautiful warm water. Maybe some herbs in it just to heal anything. And those herbs are like kindness. The water is mindfulness. I'm soaking my knees in mindfulness and kindness. And you can feel the result. And I go up my thighs. I feel they're a bit tight this evening. Don't know why. But nevertheless, I give it kindness. My thighs, may you be at peace and happy and at ease. I won't ask anything of you. I can imagine just all of those muscles easing off, relaxing, not being stretched, not being tight, as best I can. And I feel the muscles becoming more at ease. And go to the butt muscles. I can feel, again, the tightness. They're being squashed against the cushion. I make sure they're as comfortable as I can possibly make them. Can't make it perfect. When it's good enough, and I feel it's good enough, I know that those feelings in the butt will soon vanish by themselves. They're the best I can get. I go to my back. And it's wonderful, when I start with the legs, my mindfulness increases. And now I notice my back is just not in a good position. That's how it feels, that's what it tells me. Well, I listen. And I change the posture slightly, just straightening up my back. It's like my back and I know each other. It tells me today, please straighten it up. And I follow, that's why my back is in pretty good shape. And I go again down to the bottom of my torso. Just go up the inside. Sometimes I know what I'm looking at. Colon, intestines, stomach. Sometimes it's glands or little organs which I'm not quite sure what they are, but I can feel them. As I feel them, I'm aware of them, I always give them some kindness. I care for you, spleen. I care for you, kidneys. You work so hard. However you imagine it, the goodwill, the kindness, as you move up your body, tends to relax everything and make it feel at ease. And get to my lungs. This is a part of my body which works 24/7. And I always tend to do a really good job. So just the kindness, like you have kindness to the caretaker of these places, the people who set everything up for me. Same, I have kindness to my lungs and my heart. That gratitude, that appreciation, that really helps if anyone has any cardiac problems or breathing problems. Just give kindness to these organs of yours that are doing the very best they can. And then go up to my shoulders. Just ease them, relax them as best I can. Again, I'm not trying to be tight in my body. I let the shoulder muscles be loose. They don't have to be tight. They can droop if they want to, however they feel comfortable. I go down my arms to my elbows, past the elbows to the lower arms and the wrists, and to the hands. And I don't know how many years I've been meditating. I always, at this point, realize my fingers aren't in a good position, so I always change them. So the whole arms are in a really good position, right down to the fingertips. So I go back up to the shoulders and to the neck. The neck feels a bit tight too, so I'm going to move my head back and forth. A bit of exercise for my neck muscles, and also to find the optimum position for my neck, rather the optimum position for my head on top of the neck, so everything feels balanced there. Then to relax the head itself. I do that by focusing on the muscles on the face. If I find anything is being pulled apart, stretched or squashed, I will deliberately move those muscles. With mindfulness, you do become quite skilled in learning how to move muscles which some people just cannot do, or rather they haven't learned how to do yet. When my muscles on my face feel really at ease, it feels comfortable. One of the last things which I sometimes do, don't always do, is I imagine my brain. I don't know about your brain, what you've been doing all week. My brain sometimes overworks. So when I meditate, I just imagine taking it out of my skull, as if my skull is like hinged on one side, and I can open it up. It's only imagination. Opening up and take the brain out and put it in a nice, safe, comfortable basket. A nice mattress. Don't need really a doona this weather. just a nice sheet to cover it, so it can rest for half an hour and not think. The mind and the brain are two different things. The mind is still there to protect you and to generate kindness, but all that thinking stuff is not that necessary now. Put your brain back in your head afterwards, but right now, leave it out. So you don't think, you don't worry about the right words, but you know how you feel. You know how comfortable you are. And that comfort, that feeling which you're experiencing now, is always in this moment. It's also a nice way to get into the present moment. And it's also delightful. That's the second thing, to be able to stay in the present moment. It helps enormously if the present moment is a delightful thing to be with. So my present moment now and I, it's like we're the best of friends. We can hang out together for a while. And that's when I can start to let this body go. Let it disappear. You do this when you go to sleep at night. But the difference between sleep and meditation is in meditation you're aware. You're aware of the body vanishing. And instead of a body, you're left with the mind itself. Beautiful, peaceful world. And it's more delight than just having relaxation physically. To help, I often ask, how peaceful are you right now? Giving a number from 1 to 10. 10 is really agitated, 1 is very peaceful. And what makes you more peaceful? And don't lose the present moment, because worrying about past and future, that is a huge cause of losing peace. Yeah, you may have very important things to decide later on, but now is the time for recharging your mind, resting it. So you're creating the power of a mind to make decisions in the future. Now is where the future is made. See if you can keep also the silence of the mind. That's why I suggested imagining your brain has been taken out of your skull. You can feel, you can know, but all these imaginary consequences and judgments, which is what the brain does, just is not there. Just feel what it's like to be now. You don't think about it. You don't try and remember things. The mind remembers by itself. And you don't judge. Just imagine just totally letting go of that tendency to judge that this is good or this is bad, even judging your progress. Don't. Just enjoy this moment. Learn from it, no matter what it is. Opening the door of your heart to this moment, irrespective of what this moment is. With unconditional loving kindness and awareness. Unconditional kindfulness to this moment. See if that causes more relaxation, more peace, more inner silence. Usually one gets quiet enough that one can start to experience your breathing. It's just the only thing moving which is left. If you can, just watch the breath go in, watch the breath go out. Just peaceful, that's all. And I will be quiet now. And another 5 minutes to the end of the meditation. is getting close to the end of the meditation period. It goes so fast. Feel feeling of peace in the mind is extremely delightful. Don't think it, know it. Like a source of energy which recharges my brain. The energy of silence and stillness. And then as I start to come out of the meditation, start to become aware of my body. It's like my mind is inside and the body is on the outside. It's the one way of perceiving. My body feels all relaxed. Any aches or pains which were there at the beginning are not there now. The body feels really at ease. It's a wonderful way to get healing in any part of your body. So now it's the opportunity for me to ring the gong, and as usual I ring it 3 times, and when the third ringing of the gong vanishes, that is the signal, if you will, to open the eyes to end the meditation after the third ringing of the gong. There we go. Great. So, I'd like just to relax your body.